The following is a production of the South Carolina Department of Corrections Public Awareness Program, the Division of Programs and Services, and the Division of Training and Staff Development. A day in a South Carolina prison is the same for every inmate, male or female, young or old. Prison is the same. The first step when you come to prison is reception and evaluation. You're given medical and psychological tests. You receive a haircut and are issued a uniform. At reception and evaluation, you're processed before being sent to the prison, where you will likely stay during your entire sentence. Once in prison, your day will begin at 6 a.m. in the morning. If you work in the kitchen or on the farm or on an outside detail job, you may have to get out of bed at 4 or 5 a.m., but everyone will be out of bed at least by 6 a.m. You can never sleep late in prison. At 6 a.m., every inmate must be by their beds, standing on their feet, not talking or moving. You must hold your prison ID card in your hand, beside your face. A correctional officer will come by and count all the inmates. Once the count is cleared, you'll be required to clean up your living area. This includes making your bed, removing everything from the floor, and placing it on the bed. Your cell must always be neat and clean. You'll be sharing this cell with at least one other person, and you do not get to choose your cellmate. After you've cleaned your living area, cleaned your cell, and put on your uniform, you will remain in your living area until you're released from the building to report to the cafeteria, usually around 6:30 a.m. There, you'll stand in line, and once served your food, you'll have 15 minutes to eat. Inmates eat 3 meals a day from a basic menu, beginning with breakfast. After you've eaten breakfast, you'll report to your daily work assignment. Every inmate is expected to work at least 8 hours a day. These jobs range from working on the farm, in the prison cafeteria, cleaning and maintenance of the prison, to jobs that require and help develop various skills. If you do not have a high school diploma or GED, you're required to go to school and work on your job. You'll stay on your job or in school until 11 a.m. in the morning, when you'll go back to your cell and wait to be released to the cafeteria for lunch. Again, you'll stand in line, and once you're served, you'll have 15 minutes to eat. You'll report back to work or school at 12:30 p.m. Work will continue until 4 p.m., when another count will be called. You'll report back to your cell and be counted again. You will eat your last meal of the day at 5 p.m. Again, you'll stand in line, and once you're served, you'll have 15 minutes to eat. If you do not want to eat what is served, you'll have to wait until 6:30 a.m. the next morning, when breakfast is served. Once the last meal has been served, you'll be allowed outside your prison building, but still inside a fence, to get some fresh air. This can last between 1 and 2 hours, depending on the amount of daylight left. At 6 p.m., all inmates report back to their buildings, and another count will be held. After this count clears, it will be time to stand in line to get your mail, your laundry, your haircut, or go to school. Some inmates are required to attend Alcoholics Anonymous and other programs at this time. At 8 p.m., another count will be called. Once this count is cleared, inmates begin getting ready for the next day. Inmates will be taking showers, writing letters, reading books, or doing schoolwork. Another count will occur at 10 p.m. You must be on your feet standing by your bed. You cannot be sleeping. After this count clears, the lights will be turned out. This is bedtime. Even if you can't sleep, you have to remain in your cell on your bed. At midnight, the hourly counts will begin. Every hour an officer will come by, shine a light on you to make sure you're in bed, and then check you off his list. If the correctional officer can't see your face, he will uncover you. A full night's sleep rarely occurs in prison. The whole routine starts over again at 6 a.m. the next morning. This is the schedule 365 days a year. Holidays and birthdays are just normal days in prison. If your prison job allows you to be off for 2 days a week, you still must follow the prison schedule. An inmate's day in a South Carolina prison is controlled and structured. Inmates are told where to go, what to do, and when to do it. You have just seen a brief look at what life is like if you choose to break the law and are sent to prison. That is what life is like if you follow the rules in prison. Should you choose to break the rules in prison, you will be locked up in a small cell by yourself for 23 hours of every day. You will only be allowed outside your cell for an hour a day to get some fresh air, weather permitting, in an enclosed area, and will be allowed only 3 brief showers a week. You'll be handcuffed and shackled anytime you leave the cell and will be escorted by security officers. Your meals will be served to you through an opening in the steel door, and a stainless steel toilet and sink are in the cell with you. This is called lockup, or restricted housing unit, a prison within a prison. Disciplinary violations may cause you to lose good time, which will lengthen the amount of time you spend in prison. Prisons are for punishment and for rehabilitation. They are about structure and they are about control. Prisons are the future for anyone who chooses to break the law. The choice is yours.